My name
Assalamualaikum
is Fitri
warahmatullahi
Khairani.
wabarakatuh.
My student ID number is 2321081, and I am from PBI 5C. So means in these occasions, I wanna explain to you about the book what I read before to complete my final test in the subject reading professional context. So means in these occasions, I choose the book with the title Reading Comprehension Strategy, including the interventions, theories, and technologies. This book written by Daniel McNamara. Uh, in the first sections about an introduction to strategic reading comprehension. So, what is the discuss about? What is the title discuss about? This title discuss about the complexity of reading comprehension and the various level and components that students or teacher and reader and researcher in that have to involve the reading comprehensions in the various levels. And then this title is also highlight about the effortless mastery and of the reading skill with the several strategy, including the navigates the through it graphemes, morphemes, and then synthetic composition, deep comprehension effortlessly, and also the strategy between the cognitive uh, and then behaviorism, and also without dictionary or just inferring what the text we read. And also this title also tell about um, the challenges that we can face when we use the several strategy that this book will serve, and then we can how to implementations this how to implementation the strategy and deliberate the strategy in our when we are reading the book. And also the and also this book also tell about important of reading strategies. Reading strategies it must be important because it make we are more not struggle to when we read our book, and then we can make our we more understand what we want to learn without without any struggle. And then this book also argue about the adults, even skilled readers may struggle with deep comprehension. Is evidenced by experiments on college students learning gains from reading technical content. They also have a struggle when reading because maybe they not understand what the strategy of the reading, and then how to apply the strategy in reading exactly, and then what it must they do first before reading, so maybe they have a confused about that. And then so this book will tell you about the strategy of this to how to comprehend the book. And then the several arguments support the claim that reading strategy are crucial for skilled readers. They for the first is because the challenge of comprehend celebrations, and then the illusion of comprehension among shallow readers, and also the difficulty in comprehending technical text. So the struggle of that. So how to make the skilled readers, and then the readers or the teacher and the researcher of the students to make the easier to comprehend what they learn, what they read. uh, the concept of strategies also dividing as connect, as I said before, as cognitive and then behavioral as actions enacted in the specific contextual condition to enhance comprehensions. It is introduced by importance of considering context-sensitive production rules, and also detailing conditions and action for effective implement. There are two strategic that the book explain. For the first strategy is about the dictionary artifact strategy. It also, we know that before I learn about the how to reading comprehend in this university, I also use this strategies, that is the dictionary artifact strategy, as you miss has more explained had more explained before in the class, that most of we are in the class use this strategy to read the book by one translated one word by one word to the dictionary. We looking up the unfamiliar word to the dictionary, and also we understand about that, and after that we spend a long time to understand what we read. So maybe for me that's before before I learn in this university, in the university, I use I use this strategy, and it's more have a time to me to explain to spend my time just to understand maybe one text, just one text. So because this strategy is also have the maybe the it's more the struggle to understand, just so I come to choose the another strategy. It's mean invering. That invering in this book called with the contextual word definition strategy. Now, in this university, we know that the invering it's one of the most one of the most easier strategy to understand what we read. That in this book also said about that this in this book is the suggests that inferring meaning from the context. We can infer what we understand with the strategy, with the what we read, with our background knowledge, and also with the vocabulary that we know before, or just the we can inferring with the vocabulary, and with we can make relate with our comprehend and our background knowledge, so you can understand about that. And also this title this book and this title also tell about the patient explore the role of objective and subjective. It's mean the definition and underscores the importance of a tuning condition and elements for optimal strategic applications with the cognitive and objective definitions. And then in the text analyzing, it's mean that the potential strategies involving cognition actions such as assigning unfamiliar words to ontological categories, or handling them through the non-strategic mechanism. It raises questions about the what the text means. Is that this text is that text is relate with our with what I want to read, and then is the text is appropriate with me, or it is text is explore the role of word knowledge in strategy applications with what I want to learn. And then this the last of the strategies that also deliver in this book is about the outlining. As we know that means because that outlining we can do after we read one chapter. We can make outline in this book, or just make mark in that book. And also this book also tell about that that in the outlining we can make the genre of the book, the domain knowledge that book deliver, and then the training of the book, and then the prerequisite knowledge, and then the timing that we read this book, and also uh, the consciousness of the book with with what what we infer of this book. So what our concluding from the passage or the text. And then the studies of strategy in different theories in comprehensions. The theoretical model of text comprehension developed by discourse psychologists and also the two last decades is focused on three representative models that belong to different classes. For the first class is about the first model in the construction integration CI model or representing the bottom-up model, which also included the memory-based resonant models. And then the second model is constructionist model by Grisset and representative strategy driven models, which are also including the event indexing model. And the last is indicical model by Grant Robertson. The representancy embodies and the cognition model. And the last is about challenges of moving from the theory to intervention and assessment of reading comprehension strategies. Um, in the table that that existing in the book about strategies and strategy in interventions. For the first is search or self-explanation reading training, and I start interactive strategy training for active reading and thinking, and then rhetorical technical method and questioning the author, and then concept mapping and knowledge for multiple reading comprehensions, and then Paul's peer assisted learning strategy, and the coding concept oriented reading implementations, or is concept orienting reading instructions, and then text structure, and also structured strategy tutor, and then question asking and answering, and also 3D readers, and then joke CD indexing embodiment, and then summary the streets or summary text with the streets. Uh, Despite of the strategy, the reader will face the several challenges while intervention. Some challenges can be solved, but others it can be. Okay, for the first challenges is in clarifying the theoretical predictions. There is a simple evidence that comprehensions and learning from text are facilitated by a variety comprehension strategy. Some of strategy is using in the primary school uh, with the teacher who know how well to teaching reading, and also the others strategies is come prior or support or proposed by researchers as being potentially effective. Nevertheless, it is sometimes difficult to ascertain theoretical relevance of particular intervention. Some interventions are incompatible with virtually any theory and of comprehension, so their value has a practical mission rather than a theoretical missions another. For example, all theories would predict benefits from linking text content personal to experience, so the theoretical studies such as prediction is empty. It's called with murkiness in theoretical relevance. And the second is kitchen sink. Its main approach is pragmatically necessary when the researchers runs and serious risk from the effective intervention. However, linked to the theory still being murky in the kitchen sink intervention. On the flip side, theories are often unsuitable and complex in that there is no obvious side intervention condition to over practical tests and the studies. But unfortunately, there is an inherent trade-off between pure tests and theoretical predictions, and then he likelihood that intervention prove effective. So interventions is more struggle and than predictions. And then the third is trade challenges is about clarifying the theoretical predictions. the in this theoretic in these sections, we will discuss about acknowledging empirical support for approaches such as question asking, rhetorical teaching, self-explanations, and so on. However, it highlights the challenges in clarifying theoretical prediction in reading in reading interventions. Here are 4 points related to the challenges mentioned. For the first is murkiness in the theoretical relevance. In these points, some intervention lack clear the theoretical relevance, as they may be compatible with multiple comprehensions theories. And also, for instance, strategy like linking the content to personal experience may offer practical benefit but lack as a distinct theoretical missions. But not and then not all of us has a same experience, personal experience with the text, so we can struggle to understand about the text. And then in kitchen sink approach, it's been that kitchen sink approach it is combining multiple strategies. It's mean like, while this approach is pragmatic in avoiding ineffective interventions, it make it challenging because to identify which specific strategy contributes to improve comprehension, leading to marked links with the theory, and also there's nothing linking with that kitchen sink or what this approach in the pragmatic. And then the third is trade between purity and effectiveness. It means like in the trade-off between conducting pure tests of a theoretical predictions and the likelihood and inventions being effective, the complexity of theories as the need for practical efficacy sometimes result in modifications or ad hoc assumptions, making difficult to discern the true theoretical predictions. What does it the text mean? So, and the last is difficulty in testing theoretical predictions. And then this point suggests that the theories can be subtle and complex, making it challenging to design intervention that offer practical tests of these theories. And also, additionally, modification to theories over time further complicate effort to understand and predict the outcome of intervention accurately, and then what we want to get the knowledge accurately, what comprehend that we get accurately. That's just a predictions. In the grand sense of strategies, it's mean the challenges and consideration related granularity or grain size of comprehensive strategies in the fields of reading intervention. It explored varying perspective different fields, such as cognitive and discourse psychology, on the number of strategies, their contextual constraint, and also the specificity of articulating their application procedures. And the last is human versus computers. Yeah, nah, in this comparison between interventions with humans, computers explore the advantage and challenges that associate with each approach, highlighting in the increasing role of computers in providing reading and also comprehensive strategies. And then addresses the inadequate capability of computers, such as overcoming limitation related to fatigue, memory, and granularity strategy applications. So computer is more and more effective than just reading. So that one of the struggle in this reading comprehensions. And then the third is the strengths and limitation of both human and computer interventions, considering factor personalizations, adaptability, the ability, the analyze language and discourse. And the last is additionally the questions of whether computer could replace the human being and the human training is raised, emphasizing the empirical considerations of capacity, complexity, accuracy, cost, and power is ultimate training compared to human instructions. Mm, and then so it can be, it can be the computer could replace human being and human activity. And we know that have right now is intelligence, active or AI. So there is that can replace the human brain, the capacity to for use the human brain exactly for the critical thinking. So maybe the computer could replace the humans reading when to comprehend something. And then also interventions, also the reading intervention by the human, but we can wise of this computer can be back to the ourself to can be wise or not. Maybe that's all for me, Miss. Thank you for your time, Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.